Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And welcome everyone to another rib-tickling and gut-busting unit of jokes and fun.
Rib-tickling and gut-busting?
Yeah, haven't you heard those expressions before?
Never.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, maybe they're not that common, to be honest. But basically, when you say rib tickling or gut busting, you're just kind of meaning something that's funny or maybe even really funny.
But why is it rib tickling and gut busting? That sounds painful.
Yeah, you know that your ribs are these bones right here.
Yeah.
And if someone tickles you to make you laugh, they often do it around your ribs. So rib tickling, kind of like that.
Okay, I see. And since people laugh when they're being tickled near their ribs, rib tickling means funny.
Exactly. And the other one, gut busting, well, actually, that one is a little harder to explain. Your guts are inside your stomach and all that other stuff inside you that your food goes through, right? If you have a stomach ache, you might say, oh, my guts hurt or something. But I guess when we say gut busting to mean that something is funny, it's because if you laugh really hard at a really funny joke, you might bust or break your guts. You know, if you laugh hard, your stomach might hurt.
Actually, that doesn't sound funny. It just sounds like painful.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it doesn't really sound funny, does it? Anyways, I like a good joke. You guys too, and a good laugh. But no, you don't want to end up in the hospital just because something was so funny that you actually broke parts of your body. No, that would not be funny at all. So maybe let's just say that the joke that we'll be reading this month will make us laugh in a very fun but safe way. No one will end up in a doctor's office, we promise.
Excellent idea.
Okay.
And to keep things kind of serious for now, let's go ahead and learn about all of today's new vocabulary right now.
Okay.
今天的 Jokes and Fun 讲到一个关于成绩的笑话，是不是小朋友没有考好？跟老师还是爸妈开玩笑呢？我们先来看几个单字。刚才开场时我们有提到 rib tickling 还有 gut busting 都能来形容笑话非常好笑，笑到这边都很痒，肚子很痛。接着我们来看今天的单字，第一个单字是 male 男生，在这边是名词，女性是 female。通常我们 male 是用来形容，但是在今天的单字里面 male 是名词。There was an older male at the front door. There was an older male at the front door. 有一位中年男子出现在门外。第二个单字 upon 在什么后立即，是个介系词。Upon hearing the alarm, the dog jumped up. Upon hearing the alarm, the dog jumped up. 当小狗听到闹钟时，它跳起来了。第三个单字 return 归来，在这边是个名词。The prince couldn't wait for his princess's return. The prince couldn't wait for his princess's return. 王子迫不及待，渴望他的公主的归来。最后一个单字 mad 生气的，是个形容词。Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? 你在生我的气吗？ I hope not. 希望没有。好了，我们现在看完单词例句，一起来看课文吧。
A young male comes home from school one day. Upon his return, he breaks the news to his father. He got an F on his report card. His father gets mad and says,
"That's not possible. You're a good student. I will go to the school tomorrow and I will get the teacher to explain herself."
Explanation 1.
Okay, so let's all be safe, everyone, as we read our joke for this month. And then we can see that we have a title right at the top there, and it tells us the name of our funny story for this month. And the title reads, An Impossible Grade. Well, that's kind of an interesting title. A grade, maybe like a score on a test or something like that is impossible. You just can't get a grade like this. Okay, well, it doesn't tell us much about the joke, so let's start reading to learn what exactly is going on here.
Okay, so the first sentence says, a young male comes home from school one day. Okay, so this story is about a student who came home after school. But Mike, why is it that he's a young male? Males are men or boys, right?
Yeah, usually. You're right. It is interesting to see the word male used in a story like this in this way. Often we use the word male more often when talking about like male animals, for example. A male lion has lots of hair around its neck. But a female lion, a girl or lady lion, doesn't, something like that. But you know, every writer has their own style, and so sometimes when you read something, to understand what the writer is trying to say, you just have to kind of go with it and say, okay, instead of saying a boy, they said a male. So where you or I might write, a boy comes home from school, this writer chose to use the words young male. But the important part for us is that we understand the writer's idea.
Right. So this young male here, male is a noun, comes home. Then what happens? We read, upon his return, he breaks the news to his father. Something bad news or something that he has to say to his dad. I don't know. What do you think? We're not sure yet, but we will find out after we learn our first grammar point from Daphne.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 break the news to somebody， 意思是把坏消息告诉某人。break 是及物动词，意思是透露、说出。三态式 break, broke, broken. News 是不可数名词，意思是消息。后方用介系词 to 朝向，引出得知消息的对象。我们来看个例句。The doctor broke the news to Marina about her husband's illness. 医生将丈夫生病的消息告诉 Marina。
So, this young male student has just arrived home, and he's got some big news to tell his father.
We're not sure what this news is, but honestly, if I were the father or the parent, I might be a little bit worried. Did he fail his test? Did he get in trouble?
Could be. Or, you know, it could be good news. He got the top mark in his class, or he's going to be the captain of the basketball team. That's big news.
True, you're right. It could be good news, so, well, let's hope it is. I mean, okay, what does he say? Let's read this. He got an F on his report card.
Yeah,
Okay, so 在这边加一个补充单词 report card 成绩单 report 就是报告 card 是一张卡。那在国外成绩单常常是一张卡，我们可以这样折起来的，所以叫做 report card. Yes, it was the first one that we guessed. He failed.
Yeah, and he didn't just fail a test. He failed a class. You only get your report card at the end of the school year or something like that. This is not good at all.
No. Really not good. So I'm afraid to ask, well, how did the father respond when he heard this news?
Well, he responds or reacts just about how you would expect him to react. It says his father got mad and says, "That's not possible. You're a good student." Okay. I mean, I don't know this student or his dad, but I'd have to say no. No, he isn't a good student. You see, if he was a good student, he wouldn't get an F on his report card. It's not very difficult. Let's see. It's like, if my car is slow, I can't really say that my car is fast because it isn't.
Yeah, weird. Okay, that's not too hard to understand. Maybe the dad is having trouble accepting this news. So he's like, no, you didn't. I'm just going to pretend you didn't.
Oh, okay. Denial.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so he also says, I will go to the school tomorrow and I will get the teacher to explain herself. Okay, so I feel like this is a strange situation. Maybe dad doesn't know how grades work. Because if the student is getting a bad grade and failing the class, then the student should explain why he failed the class, not, the teacher.
Right. Like how if my car is slow and I want my car to be faster, I won't then go and fix my bicycle because my bicycle's not the problem, my car is the problem. Oh well, anyways, I think that this father is going to have a very interesting talk with the teacher at school tomorrow. So let's take a little break right here so that we can get ready for what is going to come next in our joke.
The next day, his father meets with his teacher. He asks her,
Why did you give my son an F?
She calmly answers, Because it's impossible to give him a G.
Explanation 2.
So, the young male student got a bad grade on his report card.
Yeah, so his dad was so angry and wanted to know why he got such a bad grade.
But instead of asking the person who got the bad grade,
The student,
why the grade was so bad,
father wants to ask
the teacher.
why the student's grade was so bad. Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it really doesn't. Not in any way. But some parents, they find it hard to get angry with their own children, even when the children do something bad. So instead, they look around for someone else to blame. I think maybe that this father is one of those parents.
Spoiled.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you're right. So let's read on now so that we can find out what happens the next day when the father goes to the student's school. So it says, the next day, his father meets with his teacher. So, father's at school right now and he really wants to know what's going on. Why did my son do so bad? I mean, we all know the answer to the question, but we'll hear what the teacher has to say after we come back from our second grammar point.
第二则文法是 A meets with B， 意思是 A 和 B 见面。Meet 是不及物动词，意思是会面、面谈。三态式 meet、met。后方用介系词 with 引出会面的对象。我们来看个例句 ：The boss meets with the staff every morning。老板每天早上和全体员工会面。
So there's an angry dad at his son's school. The son did badly in his class, but the dad thinks it must be the teacher's fault instead of his son's fault. Well, that's crazy, of course. The son was the one who failed the class, but the dad wants to blame the teacher. So, back in our story, the father is about to find out. We read, he asks her, the father asks the teacher, he asks her, why did you give my son an F?
Ooh, he's really mad. And so she calmly answers, because it's impossible to give him a G.
Ooh, ouch. Burn from the teacher.
在这边加两个补充单词，刚才有说 spoiled 就是家长把小朋友宠坏的意思。再来是 calmly 就是 calm 冷静，再加上 ly 变成副词。Okay, so the teacher was very calm and she gave a good answer.
Yeah, that teacher was not going to listen to the father get mad at her because the son did badly. It isn't the teacher's fault.
No.
She basically said that if A is the highest score and F is the lowest score, I can give him, I will. But if I could give him a G, an even lower score, I would. Or to put it another way, I gave him a 0 because I can't give him minus 20 or something like that. I hope he got his message from that, and next time he will ask the student why he got the bad grade, not the teacher. All right, everyone, take care, be kind, study hard, and if you don't blame your teacher before you take an honest look at yourself. Come on. We'll see you soon. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye. G.
No.
An impossible grade. A young male comes home from school one day. Upon his return, he breaks the news to his father. he got an F on his report card. His father gets mad and says,
That's not possible. You're a good student. I will go to the school tomorrow and I will get the teacher to explain herself.
The next day, his father meets with his teacher. He asks her,
Why did you give my son an F?
She calmly answers, Because it's impossible to give him a G.
Would you like to try some samples?
This is really good. The cake is so soft. I love the fresh cream flavor.
You'll love this pie too. It has lots of creamed egg white on top.
Okay, I'll have a bite. Wow, you're right. This is yummy. And I like the lemon cream filling.
How about some German pudding? We only bake a certain amount each day.
Oh, it has a great milky taste. Each bite is light and creamy.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，也会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好没？好，1分钟计时开始。第一个单字呢是指男生、男性，叫做 male。那前面加上 fe 变成 female 就是女性，所以你下次看到 m 跟 f 来选择性别，你就不要搞错喽。According to the study, stress affects males and females differently. 根据研究啊，压力对男性和女性会造成不同的影响。第二单词呢，它是当介系词来表达在什么什么之后立刻怎么样，或是一怎么样就怎么样，这个字叫做 upon。那它的用法就是 upon 加上名词或动名词来表达一怎么样就怎么样。Upon smelling the food, I got hungry. 我一闻到食物的味道，马上就饿了。好，第三个单词呢，它是可以当名词来表达返回、归来、回来的意思，叫做 return。We're looking forward to Rachel's return. 我们很期待 Rachel 回来。第四个单字是形容生气的俩公的，这就叫 mad。Tina is mad at her boyfriend. Tina 在生她男朋友的气，超气的。好，不管怎么样，已经顺利的成功复习完4个单字喽。同学表现真棒，那记得还是要多多复习哦。我们下次见了，拜拜。
See you next time.